If you're thinking about using Bitsgap, then this is the only video you will ever need to watch to fully understand how to use Gridbots, the features of it, and if you stick until the end, I'm gonna walk you through a simple strategy that I use to make anywhere between 0.5 to 3% in bot profit every single day. That being said, let's get started. So here are the things we're gonna cover today. First, you have to understand the metrics on Bitsgap. So I'm gonna give you a walkthrough on the different features on it and how you can use them to maximize profits and minimize the risk. Then, once we get that out of the way, we're gonna get into the systematic approach that me and my clients use to make 1+% every single day using Gridbots. This systematic approach is based on 3 steps. First, finding a profitable crypto coin, then getting the confirmations that the cryptocurrency is worth it, and finally setting up the bot in a way that it's going to maximize results and minimize risk. All right, so we're looking right now at my Bitsgap account, and the first thing I want to show you is how the Gridbot actually works. So for instance, I have this Gridbot right now running with about $21,000 and it's currently making 0.77% a day. The PNL, it's slightly negative at 0.56%, but I want to show you something. If I zoom out on this cryptocurrency, what you will notice is how the price actually dropped all the way down from a 0.1 to 1.12%. If we measure that, it's actually gonna be about almost a 30% drop. And the fact that I'm still making a good average daily profit should tell you something about the settings that I'm using. And that is the goal with this video, is to walk you through the process on how you can deploy a bot that even if the market doesn't go towards the direction you want, you can still be in a positive PNL. Now here's something more interesting as well. As you can notice, the price of the cryptocurrency right now is starting to move sideways. What this means is that if the price continues on towards this direction, which I believe it will, or even if it goes up, then my negative PNL of 0.59%, it's gonna turn positive because my average daily profit is higher than my total PNL. And that's really the final goal you want to achieve. As I'm gonna show you in a minute, you want to make sure that the bot makes as many buy and sell orders so you have no other option than to be in a positive PNL. Now, let me walk you through the different settings and features of the bot. So I'm just gonna get rid of this noise for now. Here we have a couple of things. First, we have the exchange. This is the crypto exchange that you will be using. You can use Bitsgap, KuCoin, Binance, Gate.io, Binance US, Kraken, you name it. The ones that I personally recommend you, if you're getting started on Bitsgap, it's gonna be KuCoin, Bitsgap, or Whitebit. Those are 3 good exchanges that I personally use as well as my clients. Then we have the crypto pair. Make sure to always trade against USDT so you can make all of your profits in USDT. We also cover inside CVA, my private crypto community, how you can profit in a quote currency, meaning if you want to accumulate Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, Doge, you can also do that. But for that, we have specific strategies that I'm not going to be able to cover here. And third thing, it's going to be the investment amount. This is how much money you will be using to deploy your bot with. A minimum that I recommend you to get started is about 5,000. That's like a good entry price for you to deploy your bots. But if you don't feel comfortable with your skill, then you can check the first link in the description, or you can get started with a slow investment amount, or you can practice also in your demo account. Now, if we click on manual adjustment, we have 4 different settings you can set up your bot with. We have low price, high price, grid step percentage, and the grid levels. Each of them play a huge and very important role when setting up your bot, so pay attention to this part. The high and the low price refers to the price range in percentage that the crypto bot is going to cover when the cryptocurrency goes up and down in volume. Something you have to learn and understand about crypto is that the volatility is freaking insane. So some days it's gonna go up 20%, some other days it's gonna go down 30%, Another day can go up 50% and so on. But that's what we love about crypto, because that volatility allows these grid bots to make tons and tons of buy and sell orders. Then we also have the grid levels. This is basically the price at where the crypto bot is either going to perform a buy and a sell order. So simple philosophy behind it is that the less grid levels you have, the less trades the bot is going to make. And the more grid levels we have, the more trades the bot is going to make. That has the pros and cons. So for instance, if you add up 80 grid levels, you will notice that the distance between each grid level is going to be quite small, right? And if you add 25 grid levels, so for example, let me do 25, you will see that the distance between each grid level is higher. Therefore, the profit every time my bot makes a buy and a sell order is bigger. So let's dive into what is a grid level. Grid level essentially is the difference every time the bot makes a buy and sell order. As you saw earlier, the more grid levels you have, the more buy and sell orders the bot is going to make, but the smaller the profit is going to be because the distance between the buy and the sell is smaller. So then moving on, we have the grid step percentage, which is the profit per trade. This is something that I usually don't play around with. If I make any change, I do it here on the grid levels. I either decrease it or increase it, right? So that's usually something you want to be playing around. Do not modify too much the grid step percentage because, well, really when you start backtesting different cryptocurrencies, you have to make sure that you don't modify the profit per trade. Instead, you modify the amount of grid levels you can have on your bot. So moving on, we have trailing up, pump protection, trailing down, stop loss, and take profit. Trailing up, essentially what it means is that if the cryptocurrency keeps moving up, for example, let's say this crypto bot that I will deploy with this cryptocurrency does indeed go higher than my high price, which is located right now at 0.16%. What it's going to happen is that the crypto bot is going to readjust itself to the new price of the cryptocurrency. Meaning that if we have, I'm going to try to zoom in here, if we have a grid range of 25% and the cryptocurrency keeps going up, so for example, let's say it keeps going up just like this, it moves up, 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 then this 25% is gonna move up with the new price of the cryptocurrency. That is, all of the grid levels will readjust themselves to the new price of the cryptocurrency, so you can keep taking advantage of that volatility. Now, as I said earlier, this bot was in negative about 0.5%, and now you can see it is in a positive P&L and it's making 0.77%. I actually had to stop recording because I had a meeting, but well, here we are now. So yeah, as you can see, it did turn out positive. Like I was saying, I'm not worried at all when a bot is on a negative P&L, because as long as my average daily profit is higher than my total P&L, I know that all of the buy and sell orders the bot is going to take will add up and will make my positive my P&L positive. Then we have pump protection. That is basically protecting yourself from any pump or dump in the price. So for example, if the cryptocurrency has a huge up because of the volatility, then the bot is not going to perform any buy or sell orders, so you can protect yourself. Then we have trailing down, same thing as trailing up, but just in the opposite direction. So if the cryptocurrency starts going down and you activate trailing down, you will notice that it says something like stop trailing down, meaning that if it keeps going down, let me get rid of these. There we go. If it keeps going down, it's gonna stop moving lower below this stop trailing down, right? So anything below this, it's not gonna readjust itself. It's not gonna trade any longer. Stop loss, very self-explanatory. If you use it and if it is hit by your crypto bot, then all of the quote currency, meaning the cryptocurrency you're trading against, is going to be converted back to USDT. And then finally we have take profit, which is in percentage. So for example, as we can take a look at this bot right now, my total PNL is 0%. On this one is 1.55%. So if it reaches a specific PNL that I'm looking to achieve, then the bot is gonna shut down on now automatically. Now you might be asking yourself, all right, Emilio, I understand the features of the bot. I understand how it works, and I understand I need to optimize for maximum amount of trades. But how the hell do I deploy the bot? Well, glad you ask, because I'm gonna walk you through 3 steps. First is the coin selection, then the confirmations that the cryptocurrency is worth it, and finally the best settings to deploy your crypto bot with. Let's get started on this. All right, so here I have this document. Deploy a super profitable crypto trading bot that makes you rich in 10 minutes. Guys, that is a joke, so please do not take it seriously. But anyway, so the first step is finding a profitable crypto coin, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look for something that has high volatility. We're gonna look for something that is consistent, right? Something that has been trading for a while, and something that has a market cap of at least 20 million. Okay, 20 million. That is the market cap we are looking for. So we're looking for these 4 things when looking for a profitable crypto coin. And the best tool you can find a crypto coin that is worth to invest right now is CoinMarketCap. So that's where we're gonna go. So we're gonna go to CoinMarketCap and we're gonna be searching for a profitable crypto coin. Now, if you go over here and you search the first 50, then it's very likely you are not gonna find something with too much volatility. So what I like to do is I like to come to the AI section, or if I'm feeling quite risky, then I go to the meme section. But for now, let's go to the AI section. Now, I'm not going to be looking at the first ones because then they usually have tons of market cap, meaning the volatility is not going to be as high. And we want something that has quite good volatility. And we can start searching for the market cap. Like I put it in the document, I want something that has a market cap. Market cap of at least 20 million. So I'm going to be looking for something here, right? So I see this one has a 29 million. So we can take a look at this one. Gonna briefly come to Bitsgap, click on Grid, search it up. So this one is called DMTR. Gonna click on it. I'm gonna analyze it, see how I like it. I usually like to do it in the 4 hour. Looks good. Looks like it has good volatility. But to double check, I'm gonna go to Trading View, and I'm going to go to Super Charts, and I'll be using my CBA 2.0 indicator. This is the best tool you can use to understand the volatility of the cryptocurrency. So for example, if I'm searching the MTR, so the MTR USDT, make sure it's the right crypto exchange, then I'm gonna see, well, this one I thought I had a lot of volatility but my CBA 2.0 indicator, it only says that it has a moderate volatility. So I'm gonna look for something else, right? I want something that has high volatility so the bot can make tons of buy and sell orders, therefore I can make a higher profit. Let's take a look into, all right, let's keep scrolling down. Let's do this one, HAI. Quick tip, you can actually use Bitsgap. Looks like we don't have it here. We do not have it. Let's look for NOM. We do not have it. BRA, we do have it. There we go. All right, this one has a moderate volatility. Momentum is bullish. It has been moving sideways for quite some time, so it looks good. What I can do is I'm gonna do a brief back testing, not really optimizing for anything. I just want to have a feeling of the potential profit the bot can have and see if it is worth it to deploy. So I'm going to increase this so it can cover a higher market price and cover more price action. During a downtrend, it was able to make about 7.64%, which is pretty decent, but this is bought profit. It's not total P&L. So it might be in a P&L of about 3 to 4% maybe, which in a downtrend, again, it's very good. Like 3, 4% in a downtrend, it's very solid. So, but I'm still looking for something else. Let's take a look at this one. So this one has a high volatility. It's bullish and it's not consolidating, but if we use the EMAs that the CBA 2.0 indicator provides, we can take a look at that the overall direction is kind of moving on a downtrend. So I have to be cautious about this one. If I go to the 6-hour time frame, I can see that it is getting very close to support level. So I have to be also cautious about that. It has not been trading for too long. I like it that the market cap is 23 million. So yeah, if we're going to deploy this one, we'll have to be cautious about it. It's a higher risk coin. So let's just give it a quick back test and see what we get from this one. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to change this to 45. Here's a quick tip. For your grid step percentage, keep it below 2% so you can maximize the profits and mitigate as much as possible the risk. All right, so beautiful. During a downtrend, we're getting a 21%, which is pretty solid. Again, that is bought profit, it's not total P&L, and I have not done any optimization yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start optimizing this a little bit more, and the way that I'm gonna do that is by measuring first what is the grid range percentage that I can potentially use in this cryptocurrency. So using my price range tool, I'm gonna measure from the top to the bottom, get a range of the percentage I'm gonna be getting, and throw it right here. So for example, if I get a 61% there, I'm going to set my grid range with a 61% as well. My grid set percentage is 2%, so 2.28%. So I'm going to increase that to 60. Let's give it another quick back test. Let's see what we get. 11.21%. All right, let's try increasing the amount of grid levels. Okay, we're getting at 10%. Let's do 70 grid levels and let's see what we get right here. 10.80%. Again, guys, this is on a downtrend, right? Downtrend plus sideways movement. I know I have seen some comments where people are saying, yeah, but the price is going up and everybody makes money when the price is going up. You see what we're doing right now? We are calculating the risk. We are calculating the potential profit even if it does go down. I understand that crypto is risky and you should understand that as well. You should calculate for any scenario. If the price is going to go up, if the price is going to go down, if the price is going to be moving sideways, calculate for those things because you don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen. But I do know that I can minimize the risk by setting up my bot for the worst case scenario. And if I'm profitable in the worst case scenario, imagine in the best case scenario, which is sideways and an uptrend. Right? So I'm gonna deploy this bot with 5,000 for now. And if it does perform well in a couple of days, I'll be putting some more funds. But I like it. I like it how it looks right now. I'm gonna set a stop loss, very important, especially if there are not enough support levels. You want to use a stop loss. Then I do use trailing up, pump protection, and stop loss trailing as well, which essentially means that once the cryptocurrency starts going up in price, high price is gonna follow, low price is gonna adjust itself as well, and the stop loss is going to be readjusted. Then click on continue and start the bot. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Make sure to go over these steps. We look for something that has high volatility using the CBA 2.0 indicator, something that is consistent because it has been trading sideways for quite some time. We looked for something that has a market cap of at least 20 million. For the confirmations, what I did is that I've used the bullish for the volume I use the volume being bullish, and I also use the RSI being less than 53. I'm gonna write them down here so you can just have this information as well, and why not? All right, so RSI less than 53, and momentum bullish. For setting up the bot, ideally you want to have a grid step percentage less than 2%, and you want to have, depending on the cryptocurrency that you're choosing, you want to have a grid range of 40% plus, right? Ideally, so you can cover any potential downtrend. Just as a side note here that I'm gonna put, expect the worst case scenario. Right? You want to expect the worst case scenario. Yeah, guys, so that's about it. I'm gonna put this document on the description if you want to make a copy. And I don't have to repeat myself, but this is clearly a joke. Grid bots are meant to be for the long term, so be patient. If you made it until the end of this video, it means you are serious about making passive income using grid bots. If that's the case, then I'm gonna invite you to join CVA. So there, we're gonna be helping you with personalized strategies based on your goals, on what you want to achieve, and your risk tolerance. We have weekly calls, one-on-one support. We post twice a week CryptoBot signals with cryptocurrencies that we have done some testing or research on. Plus, we give you the settings, expected profit, risk tolerance, and a quick explanation video so you know how to set it up yourself. If that wasn't enough, you do have access to one-on-one either with me or with a client success manager that I'm gonna assign to you when you're part of CVA. If that sounds interesting to you, click the first link in the description, book a call, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or night. See you on the next one.